Alright boys, so in today's video I'm going to be explaining how I made $4.4 million with a brand new ecom brand within one single year. And I'm literally going to show you guys everything. This is a brand new ecom brand that I started 1 year ago exactly, and within the first month we did like $150,000. And the reason why I make these videos is because like at the time I was literally just a random ass 22-year-old kid. I wasn't an influencer, I wasn't famous or anything, and nobody really knew who I was. I started all of my brands without showing my face. I didn't have any business connections at the time. I didn't even know anybody that had another successful ecom brand, and in general I didn't know anyone successful at the time. Like, I was the most successful person that I knew. I was the first one I ever heard about doing this. But the point I'm trying to make is just I was literally just a random ass kid and I figured it out. So very often you see all of these influencers and famous people that start new ecom brands, and they always make it work because they've already got a following. And it's much easier making a brand work when you've already got an audience. And there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, like, I didn't have that, so I had to figure it out on my own. Also, if you guys do want to work with me, I can help you create similar results like I've done for hundreds of people now. Plus, I even set up the whole brand for you and I teach you on the way I do ecom. If you're interested, you can DM me. If not, let's just continue. All right, boys, so we are on the Shopify dashboard here. As you can see, this store has made around 18 million. This one has made almost 7 million. This one has made almost 1 million, and this one 4.3 million. These are in different currencies because we had this store in a lot of local countries in Scandinavia. But if you add these up, it will equate to 4.4 million US. But if you add all of these up, it will equate to 4.4 million US dollars. So in terms of the website, I'm not going to show you guys the exact website because I don't want you guys to go in and mess with the conversion rate. But when I say it's literally the exact same version as this, I'm not kidding. It is the exact same version. So obviously this is another brand I just used for a case study a while back, but it has the exact same structure, the exact same build that I want you guys to use as well. And obviously I don't really care about the conversion rate here, so yeah, you can go in and spam this URL and check it all you want. As you can see, we've just got an influencer up here, some icons about the product here, the product itself, and then another influencer. This is literally all you need for the homepage. The product page is the most important, and we structured it exactly like this, like exactly. This is a one-on-one version. So have your bullet points up here, say that it's ready to ship, have these images, send your product to a bunch of influencers like we did here that showcase the product, and then have even more social proof down here. We've always got a comparison table here. And yeah, that's basically that. You get this theme for free in my mentorship program as well. In general, I go a lot over my website on this channel, so I'm not going to do it too much. Just know that this is literally the exact same version of this, but obviously with another product. And I'm being very serious here. Like, the logo is different on the other store and obviously the product, but other than that, that's that. So most of you guys probably know that there are different types of marketing. All I really focused on here was the ads. And that's all I want you to focus on as well if you want to achieve these similar results. Like, posting on TikTok and trying to get a video to go viral is fine. But the matter of the fact is, even if you get one that goes viral, you have to post another one next week. And then the next week after that. Whereas with ads, you can basically just turn up the ad spend and it will continue to scale. Sure, you will need to create new ads, but like, other than that, you can just scale to the moon. And this is the primary thing that enabled us to do these numbers. Also, I just think it's very boring doing organic TikTok, and I think it's very often a waste of time. You can try and make the best possible TikTok you can, but in the end, when you posted it, and if it doesn't get views, like, you've just wasted your time. And whereas with ads, you can always reuse the same footage and improve upon it. So it's a much better game to be in. Organic marketing is definitely a good way to get a lot of impressions, but it's not something you should focus on when you're kind of new to ecom. I also don't even want you to focus on influencers, just stick to ads. And so just know that you're not going to get as many sales compared to if you focus on this main thing right here. I didn't do any SMS or email. I didn't do any of this. I only focused on the ads. And yes, I did it with a brand new Instagram and Facebook page that had like 10 followers, okay? So the first thing I did was I made sure it was a very good product we actually sold. So as an example, we're on my other brand right here, and you can see that this is actually a good product. And that's the first main thing. I also made a lot of videos on how to make a good product, but just know that if you can't make a good product, it won't work for you. So take a look at the other larger brands doing well and take inspiration from that. Most of you guys probably know, but all I literally do is I take product ideas from Australia and the US, improve upon them and bring them to Europe. And very often it works incredibly well. That's the main reason why I was able to make 18, 19 million euros within 3 years. So the first thing I did for this product was I literally just built the site and I found some ads online. I see a lot of people from the get-go go in and order a bulk order, and the honest truth is you will waste a lot of money. You'll burn so much cash if you do it that way. There's no reason to do it like that. You want to take it more slow. You want to launch your store much more lean, and that's exactly what my framework allows you to do. So let me explain. At this time I was still living with my parents, and I literally just ordered home a sample, pulled up my iPhone and filmed this myself. Both of these ads I'm showing you here, they've made like at least 2-3 million euros, and I made them myself. It's the same thing I did for this new brand, literally just pulling up my iPhone and filming the product. Even on this one, you can hear that I'm doing the voiceover myself, but I'm not showing my face because I didn't want to, but yeah, this is all me. And yeah, I just filmed this myself and found some content online, and I did the same thing over here as well. So guys, you don't have to be experts in creating ads. You have to follow a very, very exact structure that I've also spoken a lot about on this channel. So just go ahead and watch that video about it. But yeah, as you can see, I just filmed this myself. This is my hand. And I did this within, it probably took me half an hour or something. And then I actually had an ad that made me, yeah, like a couple of million euros. Obviously, I then started with all of the basics, like I made the website, created the Instagram account, I filmed the ads. And then all I really did to market this product was to go on Facebook and then run up the ads. So as you can see, we're in the ads manager right now. And for the very first month, we spent like 44,000 Danish kroner. And we got a ROAS of almost 6 here in the ads manager. It was probably even higher. So hopefully that shows you how powerful this framework is. I can just show you the numbers here. For January, when we launched the brand, yeah, we had a ROAS of 10. So look at that. Like this was the first freaking month of the brand. You can see we had no sales here, and then we just scaled to the moon. And in day 20 probably, we did like 50,000 Danish kroner, which is around 7,000 euros, and 417,000 kroner. Yeah, that's probably like 6,000 euros or something. And keep in mind that we didn't really do anything else here than scaling up the ads. So hopefully you can see how powerful that is when you've got the right framework. The crazy thing here, which a lot of you guys probably won't understand, is that I actually launched this brand with only 200 bucks. And how did I do that? Well, I simply utilized pre-orders for my brand. So we sold items here that we didn't even have in stock, but on pre-orders. And then we could use that money to buy the bulk order home, and I already had made a bunch of profit. Customers were happy, we were happy, and we continued scaling it to that 4.4 million US dollars. But as you can see, the ads make or break everything here. So what we did was we simply had a top funnel campaign and a bottom funnel campaign. In our top funnel, we just had around 5 different ad sets in there with different interests, just basic ones that describe your target audience. So if you've got a clothing brand, you might target people interested in hoodies or something, whatever, right? Hoodies, shoes, t-shirts, etc. Put that in your interest, and then you of course create the ads, and I just showed you how you should do that. For the bottom funnel though, we just targeted people who had been on our site and people who had engaged with our ad, okay? And then from this, all you really need to do is of course scale up the ads if they are very profitable, cut them if they aren't, and using our setup, you'll literally just be told in here. Like typically you just need a ROAS in here, this number here to be over 1.8. If it's higher, you scale up. If it's lower, you scale down, okay? So that's really how I got all of these sales within the first month and within the first year for this brand. We utilized ads to perfection and did some quite advanced methods that I kind of won't bore you with now since you're probably new to ecom. But just know that utilizing ads is the most powerful thing you can do. Combining that with an optimized site like ours, and then having our advanced strategies like with pre-orders and all that kind of stuff, you will be able to outcompete every single of your competitors. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, after that first month, we ordered home a lot of stock. We got that home, sent it out to the customers, then we were sold out again, ordered home some new, and just build up our cash from that. But the initial order was around $200, and now today we've ordered home plus $1 million. One of the things we did once we saw that initial proof of concept after the first month, we shipped the product out to a lot of influencers because we could then use their images and videos for ads. So I don't care about having the influencers post it themselves. I just want them to create the content so we can use it for ads. But obviously we used a lot of this content also on our site. Like down here you can see the section with a lot of happy customers. This increases your conversion rate a lot because people need to trust you when you're a new e-com brand, and in most cases they won't because you haven't got any people to show being happy with your product. And also just because like we want to show people that this is a legit brand. So people initially are very skeptical, but if they see a lot of happy customers, they then trust you. I also didn't even have a lot of followers on our account. So I just created a completely new Instagram account. I bought like 1,500 followers, and then it looked kind of established. Funny part is that initially we had to find a lot of influencers to work with, but after the first couple of months, all different kind of influencers, famous people from Denmark wanted to work with us. But at this time, we just couldn't send out anything more because we were out of stock. So we had a lot of influencers kind of waiting to get their product, but as soon as we got the bulk home, we obviously sent it out to them. And then for the best people we work with, we made them a brand ambassador and tried to establish a long-term relationship with them. And social proof, having influencers wear your product, is probably the largest reason why you're not succeeding. Social proof is just so important because it creates authority, and without authority, you haven't got anything. Like there's no reason why people should buy from you if you haven't got faces and happy customers on your site or on your Instagram. So make sure to add it to your site, add it to your highlights on Instagram, just people either wearing or using your products. This will show that you're an actual brand and people can actually see that others have bought from you. Trust me, without this, you won't be able to make any sales. The only downside with doing that is, of course, you have to bear the cost of sending out the product, but like that should be fine if you've had that initial proof of concept, those initial sales, you've got plenty of enough money to do it. And then of course you need to make sure you order home enough units and have your demand planning in check. But then in the end, it's just about scaling up your ads, like getting into a flow where you constantly create new ads and scale up the ones you're currently using. And that will take you easily to those millions. So pretty much the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that this doesn't have to be this difficult. Focus on the fundamentals. Focus on having a good product, focus on being able to run ads, and then focus on having a lot of social proof on your site. So obviously I did make a lot of money on the first month in the first year with my ecom brand because I'm very good at this and I've done it a lot of times. This is probably my 9th ecom brand, and even though I'm good at running ads and I'm good at getting influencers to use our products, literally everything, and the only reason why I was able to hit these numbers was because we had social proof on our site. So we had all of the basics set up. We didn't skip any small steps. We made sure to have a professional looking Instagram account, Facebook, like got the followers for it, posted a bunch on it of our happy customers, and then things just took off. I see a lot of people just try and start the ecom brand without any of this, and the matter of the fact is just it won't work for you, bro. In order to work with your ecom brand, you need to have so much in the back end to make sure that everything is good. Your website needs to be authentic and aesthetic as well. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is you need to look like an actual brand, and that's how you get a lot of sales. If you just launch something and do it with the ads I just showed you, sure, you can get a couple of sales, but if you really want to create something large, you need to do it like we did here. And this is what will enable you to do these crazy numbers in such a short amount of time. And we're still running this brand to this day. You can see in May we did around 1 million Danish kroner in revenue, and we've got this store like in many different countries and markets. So yeah, we're doing pretty well with it. For this year we'll probably do around 5 million euros at least with this brand in itself. So hopefully I can make a version 2 for you. And that's not to say that we didn't have any issues with this brand. Like we had a lot of issues, such as our 3PL being terrible. We had shit quality from our supplier at a time. now luckily we've solved it all, and we're on to the right path now. We also had some huge issues with payment providers, as everyone else in ecom does. So there are a lot of issues also in ecom, to be honest with you, but still making a lot of money here, and that's the fun part of the game. But before I end this video, I really want to just emphasize to you guys that at this point of time when I launched this brand, I scaled it as just being a random ass kid. Okay, you see so many people online today starting businesses with an audience already, and that makes it much easier. But I'm sure most of you guys are probably not influencers as well, so you've got no connections probably, and you've got no people that have done this before. So literally 99% of you guys are probably in the exact same position as I was in. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't have any mentor to teach me. I didn't know anybody. I literally did everything myself, which is also the reason why I really don't understand a lot of people out there. They join mentorship programs with people who had ecom stores a couple of years ago. Get your priorities straight. That should be the largest red flag for you if you see somebody selling a course and they haven't even got an ecom store at the same time. I've done this time and time again, and as you can see, it just works. It's a proven blueprint. There's really no magic behind this. So yeah, hopefully you guys really relate to my videos, because like I said, I was literally just a nobody. And yeah, now I'm sitting here in Dubai. I'm looking at a pretty crazy villa to move into, and got all of the stuff I ever dreamed about. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.